most women just
Fair.
stay in that relationship because it's comfortable. It's easy. It'd been easier if I stay with my partner. It saves the work. It saves to a heartache to a certain extent. It saves the having to split your finances. It's easy and lazy for me if I just stayed in that. And most people in relationships, they stay.
See, the bad thing that she's saying here, and let me explain why this is really bad what she just said, y'all. So the reason why this is a problem, and the reason why this is actually what has led to society getting destroyed, is because when women are selfish like that, well, I wouldn't even say selfish, or moreover, the reason why we had arranged marriages is literally for this reason. Because for Bonnie, you see what she's describing here? She's like, most women will stay in those relationships because it's easy, it's comfortable, it's whatever. Whereas in Bonnie's mind, it's like, no, 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 she should leave this relationship. She's not happy, leave. Do something else, blah, 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 blah. But the problem is, this is bad for society as a whole. Because if you start telling women, leave your relationship the minute you're unhappy, she'll leave relationships forever. Because you will never always be happy in a relationship, y'all. You will never always be happy. Sometimes you're not going to be enjoying what's going on. This is what commitment means. This is also what consistency means, guys. Consistency, in a nutshell, is dealing with boredom. Most of you guys may understand, maybe some of you guys don't, but in order to achieve something great in your life, you have to be consistent. What does that mean? It means that you have to be bored. Because in order to be consistent or in order to achieve something, you have to do the same thing over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, day in, day out for a very long time. And naturally that gets boring, right? That gets boring. It's not like you're sitting there and you're like, hey, I'm excited to do the thing that I've been doing for the past 1,000 days. Like, no, you get bored. Relationships are exactly the same, guys. When you're in a committed relationship with someone, it's never always going to be exciting. You are never always going to be happy. You're never always going to be excited to smash this bitch. You're just not, guys. You are not. You're never always going to be excited because the value of a long term relationship occurs when you stay in it. That's the whole point. And this is why it's bad what Bonnie is suggesting here. Because if we're telling women, leave if you're unhappy, that's where we get 80% of divorces going on right now. It's just women are unhappy, they leave. They just leave. They break their entire home and their family and everything simply because they're unhappy. That's it. You can't build a society off that, guys, because the nuclear family is super important to establishing a strong society. So if you have women that are loyal to their happiness instead of to their family, you destroy society. Understand, guys? Because for them, it's like, I don't want to be responsible for anything or anyone except for myself and my emotions. I'm loyal to me. I mentioned in my last other stream, women have no more masters anymore. It's just, I want to do whatever I want to do. So if that means I'm going to break my entire home because I'm unhappy, I'm going to do that. Right? And now I'm going to fuck up my kid's life because I've decided to split away from their father. So now they have to, the kid has to be doing visitation with the mom and dad and all this other extra shit instead of their just being one home. There was a time before, guys, when getting together and being in relationships was for responsibility, not just for fun. Now that we've created free for alls when it comes to relationships, we've created a situation where everyone's just getting together for fun, not for responsibility. Nobody cares about marriage. Nobody cares about duty. Nobody cares about kids. People just care about having fun. And the minute the relationship isn't fun anymore, it ends. But if everybody starts operating on that dumbass bandwidth, you destroy society because a good society is built off a nuclear family. If the family can never stay together because the people who created said family, or primarily women who helped create the family, are like, I'm unhappy, so I'm going to leave, you destroy society. And that's why you see what we have today, guys. I'm telling you. When you look at the way society has been destroyed today, it's primarily been because we've told women to be selfish and only care about their emotions. And that's exactly what Bonnie is describing here. She's describing how women have decided, or she decided, to break her relationship that might have been completely fine. She could have had her children, whatever, been married, been straight. But she's like, no, I'm unhappy, so I'm going to leave. And this is why arranged marriages worked back in the day, because arranged marriages were set for responsibility. for you to maintain honor in your family, for you to raise children. You weren't getting together just to fuck around, y'all. Like now, relationships, I'm telling you, is just let's fuck around, not hey, let's raise a family. Because the women aren't dutiful anymore. We're still forced to be dutiful, but they are not forced to be dutiful anymore. They're forced to, not even forced, they're choosing happiness over everything. But as I just described to you guys, any good relationship is built off staying in said relationship. Meaning that means even though you're bored, you still stay. Because you guys understand this when it comes to achieving your goals, as I also described. In order to achieve something great in your life, you have to be consistent, meaning you have to continue to do the same thing the same way every single day, even when it's boring. Because that's where you get the big thing at the end. And in the same way, if more women chose to stay in relationships, even when it is boring, even when they're not happy, you get the beautiful thing at the end where you raise a wonderful family with great kids that do great things in the world. But now women don't care about that. It's all about themselves. So just keep that in mind. So you guys want to really understand why what Bonnie just said here is so fucked up. Because that sounds cool. Oh, just do whatever makes you happy, but that destroys society. So no, dumb as fuck.